Today, a difficult topic. And no, I don't have a plan. Do I have a script? I do not have a script. And do I know what I will say? Absolutely no idea. And did I put a makeup on? No, I didn't. So welcome to my very raw vlog with me. But no, seriously, I don't have a script. But I have a title, okay? I have a title. And the title is... Actually, I don't have a title. God. But I have a topic, kind of topic, which is almost like brewing in my head. You know when something is brewing in your head? It's brewing. You kind of, it's close, but you can't put your finger on it as of yet. And you will know that it's there, but it's not fully formed. So I today want to talk about how to love when loving is hard. Yeah. So how can you love when to love is hard? And the first straight away idea that comes to my head is like how love can be hard, how loving someone can be hard. Do you know? Like how is that possible? How? Like, I guess it's just like each of you, when I ask this question, will have the different answer. And I would love to hear, like, how can you love when it's hard? Or how to love someone can be hard. Something like that. I still can't grasp the exact words. And I guess kind of we all come to a different story, to a different definition, depending on who we are thinking about when we consider this topic. Because straight away, you know, like love is tough. Like you can think about maybe you have kids or just even a dog. Not even a dog, just a kids or dog, you know. Dogs are like kids are like dogs. But I'm just thinking, yes, it's about, you know, the simplest answer, kind of the book answer, the ChatGPT answer would be to love someone. That means sometimes we have to be hard. Like, you know, telling our husbands to, darling, can you just put your dirty pants in a laundry bin? Telling our kids, I'm sorry, you are not getting it. You've been naughty all day today. You know, so loving someone and being hard, they don't exclude themselves. But that's not really what I was thinking when this need for me to explore this with you in this very raw vlog came to mind. It's like, and now I'm just, you know what I'm doing? It's just like I'm going through different people in my life and I'm thinking, what is the story about why it is difficult to love them? Okay, I would just go through the first person in my head and I'm thinking, I find it hard to love you, although I do love you, because it's there, because you harmed me, because it feels like you harmed me. And I find difficult to be in the relationship with you because although I love you, you harmed me. And for that reason, loving you is hard. And my questioning brain straight away goes into this, oh, come on, but actually it's not hard. You know, like loving that person is still not hard. What is hard is that the love exists and you love them, but you are not in relationship with them, or that not in the relationship that you believe that love deserve. Here we go. Yeah, that's that, isn't it? That's that. And then let's move to another person. And then we have another difficulty here. Sorry, that's the wrong word. But we have another story here. And that is... Sorry, I have to think about that for a second. And yeah, that's my favorite mug. Or for coffees. Loving can be hard when we have to love and when we don't really feel it. But more than that, when I think loving is hard when One, there is an obligation to love. Let's say you have a dog, okay? You have a dog. And this dog is okay, but you kind of know that your heart has a capacity to love that dog. And you even know that you should be loving that dog. And really, the dog didn't do anything wrong. And it's really actually a nice dog. And still, there is no much love. And then what you do is it's almost like the capacity of your heart, and how much you can love, how fully giving, kind, polite, and loving person you can be. And then you are comparing this, what your heart is capable of, to what you actually feel and kind of transmute towards that dog. They don't match up. And then you start questioning yourself, what kind of person I am? I mean, and why? Why don't I feel that towards that dog? By the way, I use the dog to make it more neutral, but, replace it with whoever and whatever you feel that story resonate. And then why loving is hard is also when there is an idea of should, because I should. Like, let's say you have a child, and you should love your child, right? I should be loving my child. Not even I should, what's wrong? And again, what's wrong that I am not? Or what's wrong I cannot love that child to the capacity of my heart? And then on another level, you can think, it's almost like, I remember my daughter once, she said, Mama, I love you, but I don't like you. That's hard. It makes love a little bit harder, isn't it? Yes, I love you, but actually kind of don't like you. And I'm like, it would be much easier if you can just like and love at the same time, isn't it? And that just makes love a little harder. So yeah, one, there is this comparison when you know the capacity of your heart and how loving it can be. And when you understand that actually, yeah, I'm struggling here, isn't it? I'm struggling to kind of form the thoughts here because simply I do not know. But I guess when you know the capacity of your heart and how much you can give in terms of just loving, you start questioning. It's like, why don't I have that ease of loving towards everything? Why? Why don't I love? And I'm not even talking about living creatures, but why not to have that attitude towards the objects? Why is it that I have this attitude of I love you to an object, of a particular object, but not all of them? And I do not know if that's a practice of the mind, or maybe that's just impossible in terms of who we are as humans. We just can't. It's like we are on this zigzag scale. And I'm just thinking, this is so unfortunate. This is so unfortunate. And especially ourselves, if we are, yeah, it's making me tear, I know. But it's so unfortunately because my dog deserves for me to love him. She does. She is a really nice dog. And I can't give it. That's what makes love hard. When you can't fully give to the maximum capacity of your heart. That is what makes love hard. Here we have. I knew that we will arrive to some kind of conclusion. Thank you. You always help me. Thanks. But yeah, whatever I said, remember I can't repeat stuff, but that's it. That's what makes love hard. So I think we will just finish here because it's just a good time to finish. Plus, we have so much work today. So I'll just say bye. And yeah, just bye. No nice ending today. Just bye. Bye.